Wow. Great intro.
It's a lot of fun. And everybody, welcome to a Chasual. Today's Chasual is starring Val from Dragonfly Crystals, also known as Next Level Channeling. So please do all of the YouTube things and go like and subscribe to Val's channels. They're linked below.
Thank you, everyone.
Like and subscribe to both, because we're simulcasting this.
We are.
We're
Thank you,
simulcasting
Gerald, for this. It's a pleasure to be on your channel in this show format, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, and yes, thank you, because we do the Mystic Four.
Yeah.
We also do some caffeinated and unfiltered readings together.
Yeah.
We did the Divine Complement class.
Yeah.
It was what, a month ago?
We did it twice.
Yeah, we did the Divine Complement class twice. See, I can do that because that'll.
I have some people asking for it again, but I'm trying to look at rebranding and formatting that, but that's another story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was like going, oh, Val, you've been on my channel. And you're like, no. And I'm like going, oh, we have got to fix that.
Yes. And, I'm having you on my channel, which will be a fabulous talk. Yes. By the way, I just want everyone to know. And
that's coming up. That is the 23rd of January.
There it is. So, keep that in mind. Keep it on your calendars, but we'll be announcing it as it gets closer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, so again, everybody, everything that we're talking about is for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing readings today. We're getting to know Val. What makes her tick? What brings her joy? And all of the things that all of the things that I can get silly with and do things about later.
Yay.
So, how's that? How about we say hi to some of the best chatters?
Yeah, the best chatters are definitely here.
Yes. And so
for sure.
This is, by the way, being simulcast on both of our channels. So there's Val's channel below. So please do go like and subscribe. Twisted Sushi is here. We've got Pisces Greeter TK. Hello. And Pisces Greeter is flipped between channels.
Yeah.
And look, Tom is here. Early Ritual. Fancy meeting you all here of all places, I know. Book Bewitched is here. Hello. Hey, Chosen Family. Lori Alley is here. Martha Bean is here. Hello. Mods, please be careful of that person in particular. Scorpio Mama is here. Randy is here. Hello. Yes, this is Chris from Elemental Cartomancy. Chris, this is Val from Dragonfly Crystals and Next Level Channeling. It is like a mini rave.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm going to actually make an exit video using that one. And of course, I can also remix it. I can make it a longer version. Very
cool. I really like it.
Yes. Zane from Tarot Token Witchery. Hello, hello. And Anne is here. Hello, Anne. Sally is here. Great to see you. And we are the channel hoppers. Yes, thank you. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you.
Love it. Laura Hammond Davis is here. Oh, and Lori said, I love the Mystic Four yesterday. So glad to have found Val.
Thank you, Lori.
Yes, yes, yes. Akila, B24, is here. Hello. And just looking at things. Who did I probably missed somebody, so my apologies. Gerald coming in with the hard-hitting questions.
Oh.
Should I dress up like Barbara Walters or should I dress up like Oprah Winfrey?
Oh, good question.
Or should I just do some of each?
Oh, you could do some of each, but
Do that.
Barbara scares me a little. Oprah's a little.
So Hypnicity is here. Hello. And Plucky Heroine is here. Hello. Here you go. Book is singing the theme song to Cheers.
Oh.
So,
yep. Everybody knows your name.
There you go. There you go. Lots of people, all the best chatters are saying hi. So, and okay, Progressive Party, bring desserts.
You know, I have a real bad sweet tooth, so that sounds really good to me.
Well, I understand that too. Here's the thing, though. I recently discovered you can go into the grocery store or the bakery and buy a birthday cake. Nobody actually checks if it's your birthday.
Oh, true. That's evil genius right there.
I know, it's great. So, Laura said, I missed the rave experience. I'm just a tad too old. Well, you can always start.
Yeah, you can always start. Never too old.
And so Cat Mama Meows Dewdrop In is here. Hello. There you go. And Chris is being a polite gentleman. Chris is wonderful. Oh, here you go. Sally Jesse Raphael.
That's true. You got the glasses thing. Of course, yours aren't red, but well, today they aren't. Today they aren't, but they could be.
They definitely could be. They definitely could be.
I know.
Here. Yes, Heather is here. Good to see you, Heather. Thank you. Teresa Haldarian. And how about Barbara Winfrey?
Yes, Barbara Winfrey. That'll work.
Oh my goodness. You are famous enough to exaggerate yourself.
Yes. Yes.
My goodness. Yes, and Teresa noticed that Val is at 909 subscribers.
Thank you, Teresa. It is exciting. And I owe you all 3 free Akashic Record readings, which after the dust settles, we'll do the drawing.
There you go. Ooh, Beth suggested Edward R. Murrow or Hunter S. Thompson. Ooh, but I'd be required to smoke. I did smoke. I've stopped. I quit smoking.
Oh, good for you.
So, yes.
It's healthier for your body.
So,
yeah.
Neither Strut Gerald and full
bling.
Full bling.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Judy B is here.
Judy B.
So Starfish Jenny is here. Hello.
Hey.
I love this. Yeah, let's make it. Get her to get
Martha.
So that's great.
Thank you, Martha.
All right. So you all, if you've never seen Val, but you've probably already noticed in the 9 minutes and 10 seconds that we've been on, Val has a great laugh. Right? So
you hear it a lot. So.
Yes, you'll hear it a lot. I have also been guaranteed that Val has a good sense of humor. Is that true, Val?
It is true. The only time my humor fails is if someone pulls a prank that diminishes someone.
Okay.
In that way, in a derogatory way. That for anyone that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, never.
I mean, like if you're doing like a roast of someone, like the roast format, like you're just making fun of this or that, I'm all in for that kind of.
I'd love to have people do a roast of me.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be so much fun.
There you go.
I can think of so many fun things.
And Val has a great big heart too.
Oh, thank you, Heather.
Yes.
So do you, sweetie.
All right. Well, let's do one of the things that I'm always doing. So here we go. This section of the video is brought to you by the word laugh. Everyone say it with me. Laugh. laugh. To show emotion such as mirth, joy, or scorn with a chuckle or explosive vocal sound. Have a good laugh and like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Laugh.
Oh, yeah.
So what's better than one vowel, two vowels?
I love it.
Does that work? Oh, wait a minute. I have broken vowel. Everybody. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I have broken vowel.
Oh, that's cute. Very, very, very attractive on you too, by the way, Gerald.
Well, there you go. We'll see how long it stays on before it keeps laughing.
Okay.
Anyhow, Morella is here. Hello.
Hi, Morella.
Good to see you. Yes, make a point to laugh every day, even if at yourself.
Absolutely.
There you go. All right. Oh, there you go. Well, see,
I should have added a mustache. Yeah.
You didn't know I was going to.
Sorry, I didn't have. I could have. You know.
I didn't give her.
On.
I didn't give her the.
I didn't have a 411 or.
Yeah. No. But I did ask her yesterday. It's just like going, if you got a sense of humor, would you like me to take it off? Is it creepy?
I don't think it's creepy. I think you're very attractive as a redhead. Frankly. I actually love that color. That is very striking.
There you go. Well, all redheads are awesome, right?
Oh, yes.
There you go. Gerald as the Little Mermaid. Oh my goodness.
Oh
my God.
Yes. Yes.
All right. And no, I am not going to put a dress on because I don't exist from here down.
That's true.
I don't.
That is true.
So Val,
yes,
I would say you're a pretty spiritual person. Is that true?
That is true.
So share with us a little bit about how tell us your origin story. How'd you become the spiritual person? What was some of what led you to understand this about yourself?
When I was born Valerie Phillips. And if you just take those digits and you just add them all up in numerology, I was born in 11. That is all about spirituality. Mm-hmm. But not only that, but my birth date. I'd have to really, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. But my birth date is an 11. So I am a life path 11 and a master number 11, whatever they call the two things, your birth date and your name. So yeah, it's all about spirituality, and there's always a downside to every number. And so confidence, feeling, being self-critical, there's all these other things. So that knowledge came to me about when I was 9 or 10, fooling around with numerology books, and I understood why I'd always seen spirits, and I'd always seen, and communicated in a way, in a kind of claircognizant way with them as a child. So I just was how I am. It wasn't an indoctrination. It wasn't a belief system. It wasn't anything. It's just that my view of life is all in terms of what I'm here to do, my life plan. And most people who are here know they're here for something greater.
Okay.
We're all the same.
So your family encouraged that?
My mom was way ahead of her time. She belonged to the Self-Realization Fellowship of Yoganandas in California. She was also belonged to mental physics, which is about Kira yoga, whatever that breath yoga is, that leads you to an awakening. And she practiced yoga. She did all kinds of things with us, my sister and I. So we grew up with that. She always corrected me, and we always had the outlook that life is there to mirror back to you. You need to clear and evolve within yourself. So never blaming anyone else for whatever's around you. You are using that as your lesson to grow.
Jane the Seeker Tarot said, I belong to the Self-Realization Fellowship in Malibu.
Yeah. And
was it Kundalini?
It's funny, I never belonged to the Self-Realization Fellowship, but I did belong to Astara, which was later for me, it's a mystery school. So I did that whole study, and it taught you a lot of in-depth information that people don't know about today. But beyond that, Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda was one of my great teachers, not on this earth plane, but after, as I read Autobiography of a Yogi, he became so present in my life. So that was pretty interesting how that worked out.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Arlene is here. Hello, Arlene. Sherry, Trancing with Spirit, is here. So we've got Fox with the Book has arrived. And Jane said, I'm not allowed to share any of the teachings from SRF.
As I was with Astara, the mystery school in Upland, which is by LA, they don't, you learn all these degree lessons, and even if you die, you have to have someone destroy them, and you can't let anyone. Yeah, it's a big deal because it's advanced information. Yeah,
that's great.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were doing numerology at an early age.
Only for my own self-purpose.
But you were still doing numerology.
I did, but my mother was into numerology, and she had all these books, and she was into astrology. And I learned at her knee, I learned many of these things, just enough to go, to gain a little bit of understanding about these things and understand myself better. Why am I like I am? And that even goes to the point where when I do readings, like throwing cards for people, I'm always talking spiritual, because I always look at life from that aspect. And when you boil it all down, everything is a distraction outside of the core I am inside, how I align with myself and my spiritual beingness, and everything outside is just a mirror. So if you bring it all back to standing in that core center and being balanced, you are going to change everything around you. So I never concentrate on, well, Jack did this, or Sam did that, or what's going on with my finances. No, I bring it back to center, so that this is from here. You create your universe, you create your multiverse. So it's always from here. So I always bring people back to this space. Concentrate here, not these distractions, because from here, all else, that's your foundation. All else will align and resonate with you.
Yes. And that can be very challenging at times, or a lot of times.
It is a practice. It is something that you have to put your awareness on. And so when you're getting those mind scripts or those things, say somebody triggers you, your loved one or a relative or a kid, whoever it may be, that is your opportunity to bring yourself back to a a place of observation and not get triggered. You can make it a game where, oh, how can I, not get triggered with this, and observe it and
Sure.
see what that is inside of you. And this is how you work your way through all that. And it's an ongoing process.
It really is an ongoing process.
Yeah.
It really is an ongoing process.
Mm-hmm.
When did you, okay, so more people are here. So thank you everybody for being here. I've lost track of who it was. Sally said, I was interested in all the handwriting analysis and palm reading stuff.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was interested in all that as well, and dabbled a little bit in the palm reading and handwriting. Yeah.
Yeah. Deb K is here. Hello, Deb. And I did say hi to Cheryl. So this is great. And New Shelley is here. Hello.
Hello.
And Fatima is here. Good to see you. So how did you, okay, so was there education that you went through to get you to where you're going or anything like that? Or is this just all?
Well, I did a lot of reading. I mean, the Ken Key's Handbook to Higher Consciousness, I followed that like a Bible. There are so many great books that I sort of educated myself on, as far as the subtle nuances to how you can raise your vibration. Even, I can't even think of all of them. The realizing that vibrationally, how you resonate and what's in your mind, and keeping your thoughts focused on what you want to bring forward. This is all aligning with your divine source, soul, self, and you're going to see your world shift and change, but just by doing that. So all the books that I read related to that. I mean, any of them that you can think of, I've probably read every one of them. Mm-hmm. And it just comes to a point where you go, oh, you know what? As you meditate and as you're listening to your guidance, there's a point probably toward 40 years old where I was like, oh, I have to go within. I can't go to anyone else for information. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's a switch. It's like something turns on and you realize you are your own guru. You are your own answer to everything.
Yes.
And you go inside and that crystallizes and you get that higher connection just from that constant connection you're having with your guides and angels. And that for me came a lot with active meditation, not the old-fashioned TM where you sat there and ohmed for 2 hours or whatever. Not to denigrate that, because that's awesome. But you actually talk to your guides and angels, divine source, whoever it is that you're asking for communication with, and you get answers. So
yeah. So meditation is a key part of what you do. Your practice is that fair to say?
That is exactly right. I start every day with meditation. So yeah.
And I don't meditate. I have a difficult time sitting quietly for any period of time. And I know it doesn't matter how long, just start, right?
It doesn't, here's the thing. Meditation can take many forms. Dance can be meditation. Walking in a forest can be meditation. Mm-hmm. Sitting and painting something magical. Doing handcrafting.
Yes.
All of this is a form of meditation. So don't get stuck on you got to sit there and om and do all that. Just because I do it that way doesn't mean that's the only way, because you're connecting to that essence within your heart.
Sure.
That beautiful creative flow, which is divine source. When you do your quilting, and when you do anything else that's creative and beautiful, even when you're on Canva creating beautiful magical intros and outros, you're in that space.
Yeah, I can see that. Beth said yoga can be meditation as long as the brain, as long as the brain waves change.
And they will, because with yoga, that includes breath. As you make each move, you're shifting your energy. You can't do yoga and not have your energy shift. It's like, it just happens, if you're doing downward dog or sun salutation or, tree pose, whatever you're doing, these are positions that they're ancient, and they create an alignment with divine source.
Cheryl said, I agree, Val. Anything that quiets the mind.
Yes, quiets the mind.
Yes.
So when Gerald, when you're in that creative flow of creating something, you get excited and your heart is just opened up to whatever creative flow is happening. Yes. It's that feeling. That is it. That's that divine source connectedness. And so you're in the flow. Yeah.
Yes. And being in the flow is an important thing. Yeah. We have a request for you to, let me get caught up on we've got 44 people watching, Val.
All right.
So if all 44 people make sure that they are subscribed to Val, we can get her to 1,000.
Oh.
So there you go.
That'll be awesome.
Tom said Ariel Stash is what he has called me with this hair.
Yes. That's a good name.
And Book said Gerald would like to be roasted. However, I can't imagine going for the low blows. Just the thought of making fun of him hurts my heart.
Aww,
I would be laughing hysterically. Book.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but they don't have to be super low blows. They can be about his overachievedness. They can be, you can pick things and just mock it up like Saturday Night Live, and it'll be just fun as heck. I mean, I can see it all happening.
Maybe I should plan something like that if there's people who would be willing to do it.
Oh, I would be willing. And
yes. Oh, there you go. All right. Cat Mama Meows do drop in. Claudia said, I just wanted to say that Val is a purveyor of warm fuzzies.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Cat Mama.
And Laura Hammond Davis said, the first book that turned my switch at 13 was Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Richard Bach, I believe. He also wrote, what was the other one?
I've read those.
I've read those as well.
Richard Bach is about the out-of-body experiences.
Yes.
So I've read all of his works.
Yes. And, Illusions is the other one. Illusions is the other one, I believe.
Yeah.
Book Bewitched shared, I feel so, I'm so feeling envy. I was taught I was a sinner. Church knew best, and I was unworthy unless I was a good girl. I was lost. Such a sad way to live. The joy I feel now battles with the lessons of then.
Yeah.
I applaud you for recognizing that and for showing up and taking those battles and to unlearn all of that stuff.
Sometimes, in Book Bewitched, let me just say this, that sometimes the biggest hurdle we create for ourselves is we come in and pick our parents and the environment we grow up in, but we're really this spiritual being coming down to do this big thing. This is how big your hurdle is, and this is how big your gifts are. So getting over this hurdle creates a ginormous opening, so big. So what your gifts and abilities are and bringing them in now are so huge, because everything that you went through, you can share in a way that enlightens everyone and opens them up, because you've been through it. You went through the trial by fire, if you will, and going through that and coming to the realization of who you are is so huge. It is tremendous.
It is. It's also work. It can be very, very difficult. So there's no denying that. Teresa said 1,000 for Val, followed quickly by Sal, which said, then we get a raffle, right?
Yeah, okay. Yes. Very definitely. If you get me to 1,000, absolutely.
There you go. That's how you can make fun of me, the stash tags.
Yes.
And, Sally said, I believe you'll be doing it. Full House Gerald roast, yeah. So
that could be so much
yes,
fun.
it was illusions.
Yeah.
And Janet P, thank you, went over and subscribed.
Oh, thank you, Janet P. Yay.
So just getting caught up.
I have 913.
See, this is great.
I mean,
yeah, 913.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So, oh yes, of course, with love. Hashtags with love.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Beth asked, and if you're willing to share this, would you mind describing your meditation, please?
Sure. In fact, I was going to do a meditation class coming up here soon, but I will tell you what I do when I'm sitting down to meditate. Just for myself, I do the bells, I ring them together, and it's just like signaling it's time to do my meditation. I have my pen in hand and I write my meditation date and whatever, because I know I'm going to get information. I'm going to be writing it down.
Yes.
So even though I'm in a meditative state, I also am aware and can write down what I get. It's easier for me than saying it out loud into a recorder because it grounds it somehow as I write it with my pen.
Oh, that makes sense to me. Yes.
Yeah. So I take generally 3 deep breaths, and I center those deep breaths, holding it at the top and letting it out through my mouth is like the breath of God. It's like that grounding, beautiful connectedness to a higher energy. Mm-hmm. But then if I'm not doing that, I can switch and do Om. And I do that maybe 3 or 4 times. But my practice I've been doing for so long creates a situation where my voice starts to go high. It goes, and then I don't have any voice anymore. Oh, and so it's like I know I've hit the higher frequencies, the super high, and I stop after about 3 ohms because I'm already there. So, okay. So then I surround myself with the pure white light of divine source, and I say it out loud. I have begun saying everything out loud because somehow the voice and stating it is a powerful thing.
Yes.
Then I say, I still do this because for me, this is great anyway. I ask Archangel Michael and my primary guides and angels to protect and guide me. Nothing's bad is going to happen to you. Protect my energy to keep it high, however that means for you, so that I can communicate well. So then after I do that, I say I am grounded into and connected to Mother Earth. And I feel this energy goes into the earth like I'm in the trunk of a tree. You can feel it, just connect. And then I say I am connected to the elemental kingdom, because this is that beautiful spirit essence of these beautiful beings who live here, and we don't pay enough attention to them in nature. So then I raise my energy up. So that's this emerald green earth energy going up through the crown of my head. And I say, I am connected to divine source, all that is. And I feel this corresponding energy of white light coming down through my crown and grounding in through my body into Mother Earth. And then I say, I am divine source, all that is, because we are all, as even Jesus, or who I call Yeshua, or Sananda, his ascended name, taught, I and my Father are one. And he was trying to teach us we are all that is that divine source energy. So then I go to my heart and I send out this energy all around the earth, and I say, I am, um, I am, what I say is, as above, so below, as within, so without. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. 0 point awakening. And I just see this light shoot out all around the earth, and I say, it is done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that is my little, I'm just sending the world all this energy.
Yes.
And so then after I done that, I go to Divine Source, actually, and I say, Divine Source, I go up here, Divine Source, do you have a message for me? And then I go to my other guides and angels. Then I go to Yeshua, and that energy comes in. Then I go to my Akashic Record Masters, and I usually get 5, 6, 7 pages of written information all together with everything. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you thank you for describing that. And I know, I mean, you have been doing this for some length of time. About how long have you been meditating?
I have been meditating.
Without giving us your age.
I had an awakening when I was about 20. In between that time, I did meditate, but not like on a regular basis. I was in grade school, then I was in junior high or high school, and then I got married, had 2 children, and in this time, life was happening. And even though I knew in the back of my mind I should be meditating or blah, 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 I just wasn't into it till I read this book. I wanted this book of my mother's, and I asked her for it, and she gave it to me, My Life in Tibet. And it was actually written by the guy who created mental physics.
Okay.
And so I had this awakening with this gong that was reverberating inside my body. You probably have heard me talk about this before, people in the chat, but it was that call to come online. And so from that point on, I meditated pretty regularly, even with little kids. So yeah, from about 20 years old on.
Okay. So about 25 years then, right? You've been meditating for about 25 years.
More than that.
You're so you're about 45.
You can tag on like 20 or 30 years to that.
Not say anything.
It's been a hell of a lot of years.
Sally wanted to know, how long does that take, Val?
I really, the beauty of this is it can take 5 minutes or it can take an hour, and you don't even notice it because you're having conversations. Sure. You're writing down information. So that leads me to say, once you have been in this higher frequency, your mind just shuts off, and you go to Divine Source or whoever you're talking with, and you're opening for that information. Your mind completely shuts off. You don't have any, you don't have anything you don't have any mind to get out of the way. It's out of the way. So if it lasted 5 minutes, it lasts 5 minutes. If it lasts an hour, it lasts an hour. Yeah. Most of the time I look up at the clock and it's an hour, and I'm like, what? I just started.
Yeah. Oh, of
because
course.
You are entertained.
Yes. Yes. Well, and Beth said, interesting. I do a lot of that when I go into Trasanda in yoga. I call it getting there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Aspasia rising. Absolutely. You can get in this state in many different ways. Walking through a forest. Whatever it floats your boat to get you in this higher vibe, you definitely can get there many different ways, as I was saying. Absolutely. So whatever works for you to get out of your own way.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, and I've never been in my own way. I'm waiting for the lightning to strike. You know, I've said that. I'm just waiting for it. So, good Lord, Val, how do you handle all this hair? It's like all over my face.
You know, it's just, I'll tell you, to be honest with you, having shorter hair makes it harder. You have to have a style. And when you have long hair, you just get up, brush it, and you're ready. So
I know. When I brushed my luxuriously long red hair this morning, I felt, gosh, I love having long hair. Okay, so
I just want to say one more thing about that, Gerald. There's something about my hair that if I cut it off, I feel less power. I don't know what that is.
That's actually a thing, because they talk about that in different cultures. The hair is an extension. It's the antenna. And if you remove it, that connection dissipates.
I have to say, every time I do, if I cut it like to here, or so, you know, I feel a difference in who I am. I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah. No, I actually, I understand what you mean, because I had longer hair for a long time.
Yeah.
And
I was cute in long hair.
Thank you. I look cuter without, I look younger with shorter hair.
Oh, probably
so I will take that.
Yeah.
But I was actually worried that I would lose that connection. And
yes.
It didn't happen. Jonathan Daly is here. Hello. And Sally said, you're kidding yourself, Val. Long hair is work.
Oh, no. Are you kidding? I get up, I brush it, I'm ready. I don't find it any less painful to wash short hair or wash long hair. I don't do anything to it. I get up and it's ready. So,
and I see, and I feel more energy and power when I buzz my hair. And here's the thing. You figure out what works for you. That's the important thing.
Absolutely. And everyone is different, and everyone has different, you know, whatever their power centers are, or whatever, however they vibe or connect. We're all so different. So you really want to be, you know, be an original and do what it is that works for you. Out of everything that I ever say, I hope you pick, you know, anything that resonates and try it out. And if it doesn't, you know, toss it.
Yes. Pick what works for you. Anne Swentek asked earlier and was asking about meditation, and I can't quiet my mind. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong.
You can't do it wrong. What I used to do in the beginning, Anne, is I used to just keep oming. Forget that mind. I'd sit in my chair and I'd put my hands palms up, because that's in a receiving mode. And I'd begin the Om with my hands down, and I'd do it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And pretty soon your whole head, everything vibrates. Then maybe after about 5 minutes, I turn my hands up and I keep oming. And while you're doing that, you'll see blue and pink and magenta all coming into your third eye, and you'll start to get visions of things, and things will be flowing to you, but you just keep oming. That keeps that monkey mind, gives it something to do. Plus the breath, that magical breath of God as you're breathing in and out to do the Om. That's the beauty of why people chant. So try that, is to quiet the monkey mind.
Yeah. And Anne, I think you also said would music help? Music can absolutely help you. Pick music that, you know, this is for entertainment purposes only. Music without words.
Yes, because it can elevate that energy and get you in that beautiful, floaty, vibrating state. Yes. And that melody can shift you and carry you. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I do think, you know, you're welcome, Anne, because it is one of those things for meditation. I was reading and sitting a lot for Zen Buddhism in the last couple of years. And one of the things is the mind is still part of you. It shows up, just don't entertain it.
Yes, because
if you need to focus on your breath. So
it is, because the ego mind, that is what tries to distract you about anything going on, and being centered and loving yourself and feeling good about yourself, and living your life in a very connected and beautiful way. This thing, whatever it's saying or doing, is based on fear, based on obstacles, all these things that make you less than. No, just let it flit by. Don't attach to it. It's not you.
Yeah.
The soul is you. It's not you. Just remember that.
A wonderful, the person that I was doing some studying with, the idea is that you sit for 20 minutes. If you cannot sit for 20 minutes, can you sit for 10 minutes? If you can't sit for 10 minutes, can you sit for 5?
Right.
Start small and build up.
Absolutely. Don't ask too much of yourself.
Start where you are. Start where you are.
Cheryl makes a beautiful aerial.
Yeah. Well, it's stash aerial, right?
It is quite lovely. I have to say, you're very attractive as a redhead.
Let me get caught up in the chat. And Sally did say, come on, Val, you should be able to get to 1,000 when Cleo's got hundreds.
I agree with you, Sally.
We're making it happen. We're making it happen.
We're making it happen. Oh my goodness. I'm at 915.
I know, it's great. Hello, Alloway Girl, 1967. And yes, Rossi, Val is very positive, been such a cheerleader for us to opening to our spiritual gifts.
Oh,
yes.
Rossi.
And Twisted Sushi said, pen equals a bridge for you.
Yeah.
One of those things.
It really does, because as you're writing, and you're using handwriting, not printing, that connected flow of handwriting, the old school cursive, creates a brain, hand, body, mind connection and connectedness. So very, very powerful. Yeah.
And I would say an important thing to remember about meditation is it's going to take however long it takes. Just keep showing up.
Yes. It's an appointment you're making, and spirit will go, oh, she's ready. He's ready. Oh, they're showing up, and they will show up big time for you as you open up, and all your gifts are just going to go, phew, they're going to explode from that connection. So yeah, I have to encourage you, whatever it is your format is for meditating, go for it. And you won't regret it at all.
I get the feeling that Randy does not want to sit at all for meditation. Maybe I'm psychic, but I just get this feeling that, you have to sit.
Don't. Randy, you can get up. And I put this kind of African music on, and I dance. And I am just flinging about, and I'm picturing energy coming down from the heavens, and I'm putting it all around the earth, and I'm just envisioning all these things, almost like a crazy woman's qigong, or tai chi, you could say. So I'm moving energy, and I'm dancing to this wild music, and my heart just explodes open with energy. You can do it that way.
Yeah, there's walking meditation. A couple of people have mentioned that. And Medium Betsy Palmer, I love this. A mentor of mine says you are demonstrating willingness by actually sitting down and doing that, the meditation. Just
absolutely. Showing up is that you're showing divine source, you're showing yourself, you're showing you're here for it. You're opening for it. You're showing up. I'm ready. Mm-hmm. And they're going to give you more. The more you are showing up, the more it will show up for you, because that's how the universe works.
Yes.
we get of what we do. We get more of what we do.
Yeah.
Of what we have in our mind. So think of it that way.
This is hard to believe. We've already been talking for almost 50 minutes.
I know.
Everybody, please make sure you go over and subscribe to Val's channel, Dragonfly Crystals.
Thank you,
and okay, so we have a couple of questions. Lori asked, does Val do actual automatic writing as part of her practice?
It's a funny thing, because automatic writing kind of gets a bad rap as for what automatic writing really is. And I always had a misperception about what automatic writing was. I thought you sat down with a pen and put it on a piece of paper and just waited till something came through you. But that's not how it ended up being for me. Because when I'm in meditation, or when I'm sitting down, opening the doorway to communication, and I'm writing, suddenly that someone will come through, and I'll be writing. I'm conscious, it's my mind, but something's coming through. My mind steps away and I'm writing something.
Yeah.
But that's just in regular everyday. You could say that that's a form of automatic writing. But when I'm in meditation and I'm saying, okay, guides and angels, do you have a message for humanity? Does anyone want to come through about the awakening process? And I'll feel like Archangel Michael come through, and the words will just come through, and I'll be writing them down. But I could be using a recorder and not do this. But I find that this anchors it in better as I'm flowing.
Yes.
So,
and I would again encourage everybody to remember, this is Val's experience. You develop your own experience and your own technique by showing up, being willing and listening and realizing what works for you and what doesn't work for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I actually think that's one of the great things. When we discover what does not work for us, that's a learning too.
Yeah, absolutely.
A learning too.
So all of this should feel like you're doing something fun, that your heart is kind of excited about it. Because if you're looking at it as drudgery, you're going down the wrong avenue to expand yourself. Whatever makes you feel like you're doing something exciting, new, and wonderful, go for it then.
Yeah. Well, and yes, it's also important to give yourself time. Not often do we sit down and boom, we're there.
Exactly.
And it works. So
yeah.
All right. And Laura Hammond Davis asked, have you studied mycelium?
Mycelium. What? I don't even know what mycelium is, to be honest with you. What is it?
I actually, Laura, I believe that is the mycelium network. That idea of the interconnectedness of the like mushrooms, things like that under the earth, and how the underground network of mushrooms. Yes, thank you, MLR. So if there is a communicate with each other, they communicate with each other.
I have heard a smidge about it. Yes. Okay. In passing. I don't know if it was on somebody's YouTube channel or where, but I have not read anything else on it. But it's very interesting. I think every living thing communicates. All the trees communicate underground with each other. I think everything in nature communicates.
Yes.
I really believe there is no, there's all connectedness. Yes.
There is on Netflix, there's a documentary called, I think it's The Fantastic Fungi.
Yes.
Right. Which is fascinating.
Yes.
Cheryl said, yes, self-assessment is important. It looks different for everyone.
Yes.
So, and I would say hang around with people who encourage you to find your connection and your way of doing it.
Exactly.
Okay. My goodness. What brings you joy? What is the things that bring you joy, Val?
What brings me joy? talking to my guides and angels, I get, I really enjoy that energy of sitting in that.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy doing the Akashic record readings for people because I'm sitting in that amazing quantum field of divine source energy that all things are possible. So, yeah, it leaves you feeling so euphoric and just amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
besides being able to give people messages that assist them to move forward in their lives. Yes, that's all that is fun. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's coming up
Chocolate.
on your
Yes.
channel?
I'm sorry, Gerald.
What brings you joy? Chocolate.
Yes. Sally knows me. Yes. Thank you, Sally.
So what's coming up on your YouTube channel?
Coming up on my YouTube channel. Well, tonight after this, I have Arthur Is Your Mind. And later after that, I have the Akashic record readings free. It's Linda De Gonzalez, Viviani, and Diana, Goddess Diana,
Also
also known as Oil Painter.
Yes.
So, and also we're starting a new show, Deanne Shield Maiden, Tea with Tanya, and PD of Tarot Lounge we're all getting together for this spirit it's really about supernatural conversations, and we're looking for anyone with questions. Put them in my community page, and we will read on those and talk about all that interesting stuff, that supernatural stuff on Fridays.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of regular shows.
Yeah.
You also you have it's Dragonfly Crystals .store.
Yeah.
Is your website to where people can what do you offer on the website?
So on the website, I do have crystals and stones, but that's beside the point. Really, I have I offer classes right now. I'll have the Akashic Record class for February 10th, and it's my 4th class that I will have given. And I'm developing the meditation class and also a channeling class.
Nice.
So those will be coming soon. And also, I do Akashic record readings, intuitive tarot readings, and I also do mediumship. So all those things. Oh, and I think I still have it on there. I'm not sure if I do or not, but I do. I am a Reiki master, and I do Reiki distant healing. So, yeah.
I love it. She's just, I do Reiki too. So Val does private readings. I also do private readings. So you can do that. And Morella said I had an Akashic reading from Val. Amazing.
Thank you, Marilla.
So,
and
so in 2024, what do you want to do with your YouTube channel? How's that? We'll ask that tough question.
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm really trying to hone in on more spirituality and more content that it involves how can we move through this time period that we're on the earth plane and do it in a graceful way so that we can enrich ourselves and become more togetherness and more oneness, so that we don't have all the drama in our lives. We want to have peace, and as we do this in the microcosm, the macrocosm will evolve to fit that space.
Yeah. Well, and I also think for me, there is a delicate balance of how to live in the physical world, being a spiritual being. Don't lose the connection with that, because there's a beautiful balance there. Okay, so Book Bewitched said mycelium sounds like a perfect name for a coven. It does, actually. It really does. And Beth,
Mushroom coven.
yeah, and mycelium could be a good name for a cat.
Oh, it could.
It very well could. So, and so, and I think so. One of the great things about being with Val is there is bye Cheryl. There's a lot of wonderful things that you do, that you explore. You're very willing to explore them. And having been fortunate enough to have you ask me to help co-facilitate a class with you, it's great. It's a lot of fun. So a lot of, oh, by the way, a lot of interest in your next classes.
Yay.
So that's
Yep.
cool.
And I hope to see a lot of you in my meditation class, which isn't your mother's sitting there doing nothing meditation, where you will talk to your spirit guides and your, you know.
You heard it here first, people. It's not your mother's meditation.
Then we'll move to, I'm going to have the channeling class after that. So, yeah. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Any last minute things you want to say to people who have joined us?
Yes, just in keeping with your soul and your divine nature, being down here in this 3D world, as Gerald said, maintaining that balance and being able to move through the world in a very graceful way, it helps you to keep your mind focused on your heart's desire, what you'd like to bring forward. So that's what I would like to leave you with, is to stay in that space.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Val. Oh, Peacock Rainbow is here.
Oh, Peacock Rainbow.
And and Diana, oil painter, who will be on with you later today.
Yeah. Yes, later. Yep.
Yep.
5:30 Eastern time.
5:30 Eastern, or is it 8:30 Eastern?
It's 8:30 Eastern time, 5:30 Pacific time. Thank you for correcting me, Gerald.
I got your back.
This brain is a little dyslexic.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, it's part of the beauty of it. And I know it's really hard to, you know, look at someone just as beautiful as you are today. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you sticking with it. So,
well, yes, you are quite beautiful. And it is, it's hard, but I managed.
I have to take a picture of this so that I can send it to someone. There you go. So. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's not like you're busy or anything.
No, Teresa.
You're not busy at all, are you?
No.
Well, everybody, thank you for being here. Yeah. Don't forget, the Glimmer Globe is still going on. Look at my channel. You can find out about that. There's going to be a special video that drops, I believe, on Friday. So that'll be fun. And awesome. You can start the Glimmer Globe anytime you want.
And I love the Glimmer Globe. The whole concept.
I do too.
It's really fun. Yeah.
I love it too.
Yeah.
So, all right, everyone, please take care, and we will see everyone later. Bye.